Now let's go to our ViewModel folder and add a new ViewModel, which of course we'll name Main Page ViewModel as the custom. And we're going to have Main Page ViewModel implement iNotify property changed. We're then going to set up a few properties, and those properties are going to be done in the more traditional way with a fully filled out getter and setter and a private backing variable. And the reason for that is we want to be able to call notify property changed when the setter is called. So here we're creating the station name, and the backing variable is named station, and we set that to value, and then we call notify property changed. Now it's having a little trouble with that because we haven't put the notify property changed method in yet. So let's go down and do that. Typically that's put at the bottom of the file by convention. So we'll describe the event property changed, and having this event property change event handler is all that is required for the interface. However, what's very common is to create a handler, in this case called notify property changed, that will handle raising the event as appropriate. We need to pass in the name of the property that was updated, but we can use the caller member name, and by setting the string property name to an empty string, if nothing is passed in, the caller member name will automatically place the name of the calling property. We just need to add compiler services to make that happy. And the body of the method is we check to see whether anybody has registered with the property changed event. So if so, it will not be null, in which case we're going to in fact raise that event by saying property changed and passing in two values, the calling object, which in this case is this, and a property changed event args. So that takes care of implementing iNotify property changed. We can now continue creating properties and call notify property changed, and it will handle raising property changed as needed. Let's copy and paste this property and create a second property, and this one we will use for the elevation at the location where the weather is being tested. And once again, through the magic of video, we're able to show you a couple more quickly. We've added a property for temperature and one for humidity. With those properties in place, we can create our getWeather method, which we'll call getWeatherAsync, as it's going to run asynchronously. And notice it returns a task and has the async keyword. That's going to take a URL. We're not going to put anything into that method right now. We will take out the constructor. We don't need that. GetWeatherAsync is going to become critical in a short while, but for now we can use it as a placeholder.